everybody. I didn't think that I was actually going to get on here and do a video, but this might be a long video. That's why I decided not to make a TikTok, and it's gonna go on my YouTube and then I'm gonna share it. But I really wanted to make this video to let people know how things have been going. I know last year around this time, I was kicking butt. I had opened my own brokerage. I had investors. We were putting up listings. I was doing really well. And I had a team beside me. I had an investment team. I had a social media manager, and I was loving it. And then I know a lot of people, and the reason why I'm doing this video is because I know there's a lot of people that care about me, and I'm such an open book that if you were to come and ask me what happened individually, I would give you the story 1,000 times. Because I am an open book, I have nothing to hide, and there are parts of my life that I will not share no matter what, and it will only be to specific people, meaning that you may have some questions in between, but right now this is going to be kind of the most important parts that I'm going to let you know. And it really relates to real estate. So let's just go from the last year. So last year I have not been very active on social media at all. I actually got off social media for about 4 to 5 months during that period of time, including posting everything. I took a break. In the middle of the year of 2021, my marriage started to implode. That's about all I'm going to say about that. So as you can imagine, a marriage, I have one daughter, and then me and my husband, everybody knows who he is, Chris, we have another daughter. So I had 2 kids. And I'm in the process of thinking, wow, now I'm going to be a single mom of 2 children. One second, sorry. I'm going to be a single mother of 2 children. And I have a business that I'm running. Now, if anybody knows about real estate and real estate brokerages, it is very expensive. It is, MLS fees, CRM systems to keep track of clients. I wanted to bring in new brokers, meaning leads. I actually interviewed a broker and he was coming on, and I got so incredibly overwhelmed that I gave up. I did. I actually thought I wasn't going to step back into real estate at all. I felt like for the sake of my marriage and my children actually, I needed to take a break. I got so burnt out. I was working so hard. I had a staging company as well, which I was working to build a network. So my clients had an in-house stager. I could see my net worth right there in front of me. I was so ready. And then, as luck would have it, I ended up going to Idaho to speak with my godmom, and I was there to support her while her husband had a surgery. In that process, I realized that there were things that I would not stand for anymore in my marriage, for myself and for my children. And I decided, all right, well, that's it. We're just gonna call it. And then me and my husband had a wonderful conversation, and we decided, you know what, how about we just leave the area? We're just gonna go to Idaho. And long story short, I just said, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's get away from the area. Let's do something new. I'm gonna go and be an esthetician. Facials, everybody that knows me knows that I love makeup. I used to really, really love it. Everybody knows I used to really, really love makeup. And I used to do it all the time. I used to watch tutorials. It was something that I really, really loved, and I really wanted to kind of get into. So esthetician school seemed like a great option aside from real estate. And I could still have my own schedule for the most part. and then it would give me just a break away from the kids also. So I said, okay, cool, let's do that. So we moved to Idaho, and I, wanted to do a whole change. Here's the thing. You can never run away from you. You always comes with you. That is the biggest lesson that I learned. Because we went there, and I still had so many issues with everything that went on. We didn't really talk them out. We kind of just said, yeah, well, this happened. All right, I'll forgive you. Let's move on. It doesn't work like that. You have to communicate. And I pretty much broke down and left. I moved back to Washington. I ended up staying with an investor friend of mine, and for about a month and a half. In that month and a half, my husband decided to come back to Washington as well. I had to go to Idaho and finalize some things with our lease and then move back here. And let me tell you, that 2-week period that I spent in Idaho alone with my oldest daughter taught me the most it's ever taught me. It taught me, 1, to rely on God, and 2, that God will give you the strength that you need no matter what. He will. I couldn't believe I was able to do the amount of work that I did to get out of there. An entire storage unit moved entirely by me. A whole apartment filled with trash and things that were left over. I was able to go donate them to, the thrift stores and everything. I was able to throw away a bunch of things that we didn't need and we didn't need to bring. And then with the help of my godmom and then one of my friends from my esthetician school, I was able to actually take those things and put the rest of the things that were in the apartment into a U-Haul. And then I drove that U-Haul back to Washington. And what's so amazing about that is that I drove it through a blizzard. There was a blizzard in the Snoqualmie Pass that same night, with my little daughter in the front seat with me. And as I'm talking about this, I'm getting a little emotional, so if I cry, I'm sorry. But it was really rough. The last conversation I had had with my husband before moving all the stuff back to Washington was that he did not want to work it out. We were going to get a divorce. So we figured out stuff about my youngest daughter, and we were like, cool, we can handle this. That's fine. We got this. We got this. We were actually getting along as co-parents. And then, as God would have it, that's what I say, as God would have it, on the day of our anniversary, he came over. There was some kind of weird, where I live right now is not the safest. So there was some weird stuff going on with a guy wielding a knife around, trying to attack some lady. And he came over that evening, and we sat and we talked. The baby was asleep, and we had a conversation about everything that had gone on in our relationship. About why I left, about what had gone on, truths about the time that we were separated for about 2 months. The truth about that. What were we doing? And that was probably the best conversation that I'd ever had with my husband. We decided we would work it out again. Living apart, but we would work it out. Now, when I moved back to Washington, I needed to make money. I still had a real estate license. I never got rid of my real estate license. And I started working for Redfin. Most of you guys that follow me on Facebook, at least at Facebook for sure, and are my friends on Facebook, know that I went to Redfin. I went to Redfin. I started because, 1, I needed a stable income, and Redfin provides stability and income, provides leads, provides everything that I needed. And I will always be grateful for that experience. And I'll always be grateful for being able to meet some awesome brokers and to see the reality of Redfin. There was a lot of things that I wasn't, and this is not a conversation about Redfin. If you guys want a video about Redfin, I'm more than happy to make one. And it will not be a diss at all. I was actually really grateful. It taught me so many things that I had no idea about with Redfin. No idea. And as time went on, I started to get my kind of sea legs back. Like, all right, I'm passionate about real estate again. I know real estate. I know it very well. I'm actually a lot smarter than I give myself credit for. And I actually know a lot than most people actually realize, because I have always been the type to say, oh, well, you know, I don't want to put myself out there. If I put myself out there, I'll get rejected. I fear rejection. And actually, over the course of this year, I've almost completely abandoned that fear of rejection. I do not have it anymore. Now it's just a matter of figuring out how to get people to know that I know things. And that's what I'm working on now. That would be a part of that story. Anyway, so then I realized, hey, I really want to do my own thing. I want to make a lot of money, and I want to do it the way I want to do it. I had a conversation with one of my old boss. I guess he's like my old boss. I ran 2 of his brokerages. One was a branch, kind of try to get it off the ground. And then the second one was Griffin, which is the brokerage that I'm now with. I left that brokerage because, again, like I said, I started my own real estate company and I was like super excited. And I'd had a conversation with him shortly after I moved back to Washington. And I realized that I do want to work. I want to work with him again. But at the time I needed, again, stability of income. I wasn't ready to, you know, go out there and try to work up for myself. Me and my husband were still thinking about working it out. It just wasn't the right time. So anyway, time went on. Me and my husband got back together. All of that. And now there was stability of income with my husband. So now the current update is that I am now with Griffin Real Estate. I will no longer leave that company unless it completely implodes. I have no plans of doing that. In the past 2 months, I was able to finish my pre-license training for Oregon. And Portland is where I'm going, and will be settling my family for the indefinite future. I feel like when we went to Idaho, we ran away. When we're going to Portland, we're making a conscious decision to find a place to have our family. And also have a career with a company that I absolutely love, with people that I absolutely love, and always to miss them. I'm really excited, and I'm hoping that I can just continue this journey with you guys. And it's August 1st, and I had a plan that I wrote in my journal. One second. It's right here. This is a cute pink journal. It's one of my favorite colors. Really like it. But I had a plan, and I'm gonna finish writing in it, but right now it's just small, just a little bit of words, not too much. And it just says, where do I want to be in 3 months? Set intentions. 3 months from now will be November 1st. So you guys will see this series again on November 1st. I'm going to I am recording this on August 1st. I'm going to edit this and post it within the next hour. So from the time I'm recording to the time you see it, it will have been an hour, basically. If you watch it in a few days, whatever. But from the time that I'm recording to the time that I, post it, it will be an hour. And from this point on, there is going to be a change. I'm rebranding myself. I am super excited about it. I'm a little nervous because I feel like I'm making big strides in changing and rebranding myself and who I want to be as a realtor, not who a company tells me that I need to be, not who my family or my friends tell me who I need to be. It's who I want to be as a real estate agent. That's what I'm focusing on right now. So I am super excited. I really am. And I really want you guys to start seeing me on video, and you will. Any questions you guys have at all, please make sure that you bring them to the table, because I want to show you. I want to answer every single question you have about real estate. I want to answer your investment questions, your first-time home buyer questions, your seller questions, everything that you have. That's my goal. But I'm super excited. I am literally moving my things next Monday. We're going to Portland. So I'm excited and nervous at the same time, because it's a big change. It really is. It's a really big change. But at the same, it's my hometown. And all of you Portland people who are watching this video, if you are, I'm coming. And I'm super excited. I really want to connect with all of you guys again and just catch up and see how life has been. I really, really cherish my friendships in Portland. I was really sad that I moved away,